Hello, my favorite learners. Today, I'm gonna go over how to best prepare for your first day of clinical. I know a lot of you guys have commented like, oh, my clinical starts tomorrow, especially with the emergency management TikToks that I posted. So I'm gonna set you up for success for your very first day. It can be super nerve-wracking, but hopefully some of these tips will help you as you go along your first rotation. One is set realistic goals for yourself. So if you go into your first day of clinical saying, I'm going to intubate every single patient successfully, that is a goal that is way too big. It's not realistic. You need to have smaller goals. So what I tell our students when they start on their very first day of clinical is I say, you want to have small goals that you can meet quickly so that you can gain confidence and move forward in your clinical abilities. For example, even saying like, I want to successfully bag mask ventilate patients successfully all day long, pretty lofty goal when you're first starting out. So being able to make adjustments to be able to bag mask ventilate before your preceptor tells you, that is something that you should start with. For example, you put the patient to sleep, you're starting the induction process. As soon as they go off to sleep and you start initiating bag mask ventilation, if you're not successful the first time, adjusting the head a little bit or throwing in an oral airway before your preceptor tells you to get yourself towards actually successfully bag mask ventilating is a great goal to start with. Number two is do not listen to your classmates. So you're gonna hear a lot of your classmates talk like, oh, I intubated every single patient. I have 40 intubations. I have 6 successful arterial lines. One thing I know is true is that everybody pretty much starts out on the same foot. Yes, clinically, some people are quicker learners than others, but all in all, a lot of the times your classmates are not telling you the truth when it comes to their clinical abilities, and they struggle just the same as you do. So if you start to let that get into your head and psych you out, you're going to be even more nervous for clinical, feeling like you're falling behind. So do not listen to your classmates, stay in your lane, keep that tunnel vision on yourself, and just keep going. Number 3 is a piece of advice that a clinical educator when I was starting out told me. You want to show up to clinical with a positive attitude, number 1. 2, prepared as you possibly can be. And 3, just try your best. All these 3 things will set you up for success for starting your first day of clinical. You can't do it all, but if you have a positive attitude, you've prepared, and you're trying your best, that's all we can ask for as CRNA preceptors and as CRNA clinical coordinators. The last thing I'm going to say is to take care of your mental health throughout this process because it can be a lot. It's stressful. You have a lot going on didactically still, especially with your doctoral projects that you may be doing. It's a lot, and taking care of yourself mentally is super important. Reaching out to your clinical coordinators at your specific facilities that you're rotating through, asking them for help or advice, opinions, is so helpful. You have resources, you need to use them. Back in the old days, older CRNAs will say, oh, I didn't need anything and I just worked really hard all the way through, and generationally we've evolved, and it's very important for you guys to be taking care of your mental health and prioritizing that, and anyone who says any different is kind of old hat. I mean, it's just not the way we do things now clinically, and we want you guys to take care of yourself the best of your abilities. If you're mentally healthy, you can perform clinically even better. So that is a huge priority. Lastly, I will be doing a series also on new SRNA things to know clinically that will help you succeed. So how to hang the drapes, little things like that I've seen our brand new SRNAs struggle with clinically that hopefully will help you guys in transitioning into clinical. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things, and I'll continue to do these videos for you. And let me know if there's anything you guys want me to cover in the comments.